Hello, 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 everyone. Come on and get on, get on, get on. Let's go. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. All right. I would like to welcome you and thank you for tuning into Let's Talk Live, an interactive show between me and you, the viewers. Tonight's discussion is about why have young people left the church? We're also going to tackle some live entertainment as I reveal to you my multiple, because I do have multiple this week, my multiple favorite funny videos of the week. So, as always, I want you guys to get comfortable and get ready to chime in as I invite you to Let's Talk Live. All right? Okay, y'all know how we do it here. So, you already know, you've seen the flyer, you've heard me talk about it, you heard me rave. Tonight's show, my guest host is none other than the hilariously funny. Oh, he tickles my soul. Y'all, tonight's show is with the Kevin Johnson Jr.
Let's have a little Bible study. You need to just give up. Now, I know that sounds motivationally backward, but I'm about to make it make sense. Giving up is not about stuff. Giving up is about responsibility. Letting go, however, is about stuff. And a lot of us have a hard time letting go of stuff because we taking responsibility for it. That makes it a little harder to detach from the thing that you connected to. See, responsibility is about ownership. Responsibility will have you changing the name from that to my. Like my depression, my anxiety. You don't need that, put it down. Just a world full of my's. Stop taking responsibility for stuff that don't belong to you. It's contrary to your purpose. It ain't bringing you no kind of peace. And you feel bad because if you let it go, then I gave up. It don't belong to you. Give it up. Let it go. Put that down. You owe yourself some peace. So here's a coupon for something. Give up responsibility for stuff that don't belong to you. Clap your hands.
Kevin,
What's going on, man?
welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling. Actually working right now. So
Well, I'm glad I could get you on. I know you're a busy man, so I'm just glad I could get you on the show.
I'm smacking. I know you hear all
All
that.
right, ladies and gentlemen, that
Somebody washing
we're
clothes.
starting early. We're starting early. We're starting early. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to waste any time. Let's go ahead and dive into the topic. All right, so as you guys know, the topic for tonight is about why have young people left the church? So, what I want to spark the conversation with, Kevin, I want to get your take on religion versus relationship.
Religion, a set of rules. It can be a faith or a belief. What some people don't agree with is I won't talk or walk heavy, but religion is definitely a form of a cult. Sometimes based upon how people treat it, which denomination can be a code as well. I think religion is at this sense is more about rules, which it was in the Bible too. That's what the Pharisees and all them other people were about. They were about rules. This is the way that we do this. And if you do it your way, then you're in sin, according to us. So I think that's what religion is. Relationship is knowing Jesus, knowing him and being able to talk to him and being able to know that you can have a conversation with an unseen person, or not person, but with the unseen. I don't want to say guest, but that's what church people have taught us, the unseen guest in the room. But with being able to have that relationship, and relationship takes faith. It takes an intentional type of faith. And you literally you got to be very, very intentional about believing God, even though you cannot see him. And so that relationship has everything to do with the communication, the time that you spend talking to him, the days that you spend talking. I mean, the hours, man, he gives us so much time and we waste it. We waste it away on religion. We waste it away on, being, I don't mean to single nobody out. It's just easy being born in and not joining in. We waste it on that when that's not relationship. That's relationship with church. And I think most people have a relationship with church, but when it comes to a relationship with God, this is why we're depressed. This is why we're sad. This is why we are anxious all the time. And we claim my anxiety, my depression is because we don't have relationship. So to me, relationship is a deep faith and unwavering faith in someone that you cannot see but know is there.
So the question that is posed is, do we have to go to church to have a relationship with God?
You don't. I don't have to come to your house to be in a relationship with you. I can have a long distance relationship with you and be on the phone with you. How in the ever, when I do come to your house, I come to congregate. I come to get that intimate vibe with you. I come to, I say, hey, bro, I'm finna come over and we finna just chill and watch TV. We're bonding in that moment. I'm getting closer, and I might learn something about you that I didn't know about you throughout the week. So I might learn something about you in that moment. And so that's what church is for. We've made church so political, man. We've made church about this and about that. And it's really about the gathering of I remember a church I used to play for. It's an old church back in the woods. They still have church to this day, the same way, same, couple speakers. And they used to have this sign over the door that said fueling station. And then it said enter to something like enter to learn or something. And then on the other side, it said depart to serve. And so you come to get fueled. You come to get full at church. We lose focus with church when we start coming for people. This is why you can get connected with people at church, but you can't get too intimate with people at church. I think most church hurt comes from, relationships that went wrong. They just went bad. You took a God connection and perverted it, and now you're upset because the person will no longer fulfill that want. Or you can no longer obligate yourself to that person, and now they're upset and they can't deal with your departure. So church hurt sometimes has everything to do with how we connect with people in the wrong way. We connect with some of the people pervertedly. I don't know if pervertedly is a word, but we're going to use it. But it's very perverted, man. Like I've been in relationship with people that I knew I was just supposed to be friends with. And so we take our personal connection in church out, and we think everybody's supposed to be our accountability partner. You can't be an accountability partner with a gossiper. You just can't. And you got to take the time to learn that about people. That's why because them people in there are dirty, just like you. So for people to say, I don't go to church because of the people, but you still go everywhere else. And those people you don't know anything about. Mm-hmm. So it's you gotta you develop that conversation just like you would develop that conversation with a stranger. You got to treat new church people just because they in church like you and shout, and don't mean they ain't full of hell or got some hell going on. We take those connections and we pervert them, or when they don't meet our expectations, we're disappointed. Now we're church hurt. I don't think you have to go to church. I don't think you have to go to church to have a relationship, but I do believe that you go to church for the assembly. I'm sorry, I jumped, but I do believe you go to the church for the assembling of the saints. We do. It's our fueling, man. You need I miss our church. I miss hugs.
Yes.
I miss getting a hug. I need a hug right now. I'm sick of hugging myself. Okay, we're tired of this. Myself said, "Hey, get off me. Come on, move, man. You've been here. We've been here all day. You've been with me all day. Stop hugging me." So I need that. I need the assembling of the saints, man.
So I'm glad you brought up church hurt, because I want to dig into that just a little bit. But I want to talk about, I noticed that when we pulled this topic together, some of the things that I saw people talk about was how judgmental church people can be. And even me, in my experience, I have been in churches where things were just so judgmental. And I feel like sometimes I played in it too. I've judged certain things. I've said certain things about people, or categorized a certain group in church, or just made church what it shouldn't be. But what are some ways that we can deal with those judgmental behaviors that we find in the church, but still love God and want to be there for God, but not be deterred by that?
Again, connection, all in who you connect with. But I think judgmental church people come from people who are afraid of transparency. I'm a very transparent person. I'm not afraid to tell people I used to drink really heavy and drink straight from the bottle. I'm not afraid to tell people, you know, every now and again, I do enjoy a little occasional blunt. I'm not afraid to tell people that. I live in that transparency. And what bothers people about it is that they can't do it. And the reason why they can't do it is because fear of people. But when you realize, and you don't say this in a rebellious way, but when you realize that the same person that you're scared of, you're scared to be accountable, because sometimes it's they scared of accountability. And I get that. I wouldn't want somebody. Accountability isn't hounding a person all day long. You know, accountability is hitting somebody up when you don't want to do something. So if I'm finna sleep with somebody, I hit you up and be like, hey, I need you to pray for me.
Yeah.
That's accountability. Not after I do it. That's not accountability. Yeah. But most people, they fear judgment because we don't know how to define accountability. So we're afraid of people. We're afraid of what they're going to say. Notice most people that post a picture on social media that go to a church and that frequent a church, when they post something shirtless or they post something with something showing or just something random, they always say, and I ain't got time for the church people to be saying this, that. Nobody was thinking it, but it's because of your own personal feeling towards that. You're afraid of people. You got to get delivered from people. I got delivered from people in my transparency. People told me even in my family told me not to tell my testimony. Even while I was in it, they said, don't tell it. What's wrong with not telling it? What do I do? Hide it and sweep it up under the rug and become bitter and depressed at home, anxious and wondering. I got to look over my shoulder because it's something that I'm not dealing with internally. I'm afraid of people. You don't have to rebelliously live in your sin, but what you have to do is be transparent enough to say, hey, I deal with this. And I think that's how you combat judgmental people. And judgmental people need to learn that everybody says the older generation. You know why the older generation talks about the younger crowd? Because we got stuff that they don't have. And so it's misunderstood. And what's not understood can't be, or what's not understood will be judged. If I don't understand it, I got to judge it. The church has a way of doing this thing where if we don't understand something, we will demonize it.
Yeah.
It's a demon because I can't control it. I don't understand it. Why is he doing that the way he's doing it? People tell me a lot of churches ain't going to book you because of the stuff you say. Fine. I'm not called to them anyway. I'm called to the world. So I really don't care. You know, like once you realize where you're called to, you stop going to church for people and you go there to get what you got to get and you leave. No church is perfect. No church is perfect. If it were, we wouldn't be having church. We'd be having heaven every day. No church is perfect. It got straight up nigger spirits up in there. So to deal with the judgmental nigger spirits, you're going to have to deal with yourself, your own personal convictions, and get delivered from people. I got free, and I started being more happy when I got delivered from people.
So I think in my experience, me personally, in church, I have shunned away from joining certain ministries, certain organizations, because I have really gotten comfortable in, I'm going to church to get the word, I'm fellowship with the congregation, I'm going home. Like, because it's just, to me, I've always said it's just easier. Like, it's so much easier because I feel like when you get too deep into, or you get too close to certain people, or certain people know a little this about you, a little that about you, that's when you put yourself in those type of arenas. And I hate to feel that way, but that has definitely been my motto for years now. I'm going to church just for church. I don't have to sing in the choir. Yes, I can sing, but I don't have to be in the choir. I don't have to be on the mind ministry. I don't have to be on the media team. Like, I'm just going to go to church. I'm going to enjoy service. I'm going to get my word from my pastor and fellowship with people as I see them. And I'm going home. I don't need none of the extra. I don't need none of the other. I don't need the fakeness. Like, I'm good. As long as I got me and Jesus, I'm all right.
Absolutely.
And I think that has kind of, I think as I get older, I'm starting to try to come out of that because my gifts I owe to God.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't sit on them because of what if, or what if this happened, or what if that. I'm robbing God from the gift that he gave me. Yeah. So I'm trying to pull myself out of that. But that has been my personal experience. I just shun away from all of it. I just go to church and I'm going home. Come back, I'm going home.
That could, and I get it. That could be a good routine because most people do that. Most people go to church, they go home. Most people go and they be like, and some people love that so much that they start to live in that. All I do is I go and I come back. I ain't got time for all that. I got time. But then when you're alone, I ain't got nobody to lean on, none of my family ain't got. You have to get connected with the right people when you get in church.
You're right.
You can't be
You're
trying
right.
to be friends with everybody. Our mama always taught that everybody ain't your friend. You can't be trying to be friends with everybody. Some people you have to vet. You have to vet church people. It's real.
Yeah,
You have to
it
vet
is.
church people. Come out of that dysfunction that says, I'm gonna go to church and I'm going home. No,
It's me.
you got to come into fellowship.
Yeah.
Especially people who sell stuff. All of a sudden, when you selling something, now you want to go to church because it's the easiest place to sell something because they're gonna always buy something. That's manipulation.
Yeah. It is.
That's manipulation. Why I can't be in fellowship with this church, and when I'm doing something, they genuinely support me.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta learn who I fellowship with because these are real people outside of this building.
Right.
They just as crazy. It's a bunch of crazy smart people up in there. And real talk, they ain't messy because they naturally messy. No, some people just don't know how to deal with the negativity in their life, so it comes out another way.
Yep, there you go.
So you got to learn how to deal with certain people. We vet everybody. When you about to date somebody, you vet them up and down. Why can't you do that with people? Because I get it. You want to come here and you want to think, hey, these people are here to help me. These people are this, that, and the third. No, when Jesus was around the crowds, it was a bunch of people, a bunch of crazy people.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bunch of it was never healed people. Jesus even said it. Listen, if I came for the saints, then my work here is pointless. I came for the world.
Yeah.
You got to come in, get your feeling, get with the people that you cool with, the people that you vibe with, because there's somebody in church that offers what you need.
Yeah.
The reason why I joined my church is because it was a place to cultivate what I have on inside of me. I would not be in the place that I am mentally, creatively, if I weren't at my church. And I connected with some people that I probably won't talk to a long time. I have people's phone number right now, celebrity on down, that I do not talk to. But at the end of the day, I'm still connected with them in some way because we realize along the way we can help each other. And you just get connected with people that you realize along the way we can help each other. Everybody ain't friends with people they went to high school with.
No, absolutely not.
They're not. So people are not forever. Those relationships are not forever. You don't make them forever. When you make them forever, that's how you set yourself up to get hurt.
That is true. I think another thing that plays into why young people are not in church. I don't think many churches cater to the younger generation. I think a lot of churches are stuck in their same old ways. They're afraid of change. They just
I have a problem with that. You're
Okay.
right. But many churches, they do cater to the young people. They just do it the wrong way. Because we ain't all listening to trap music.
No.
Playing trap music does not compel me as a young adult to come to Christ. It just doesn't do it for me. I enjoy trap music. I like listening to trap music. I love twerking the gospel music. I enjoy it all. But like
we talked about that.
this doesn't, mean that I enjoy trap. Like that's not the drawing for us. I think churches need to learn what the draw is. So I agree.
Right.
There are certain churches that do not cater to the young people, but there are certain churches that got to realize catering to the young people doesn't mean changing the music. Catering to the young people means changing the message. When Jesus talked to children, he taught the children in a way that children can understand. So you just got to change your method, change your message, so that you can get it's several different translations of the Bible.
Yeah.
So why not change up your translation so you can get it to them? But I agree, some churches don't cater to young people. And they think starting a children's church is catering to young people. No, that's getting them out of the way so you don't have to deal with them.
So what do you think about? I think a lot of people. So like me, I grew up in a Baptist church. That what I felt like when I was growing up was very good to my soul. I was learning, but at a certain point, things changed for me, and I felt like what was being preached was not attacking what I was dealing with in my life. There was another church that I found. All my family went to this Baptist church, and all that. There was another church that I went to, and I just felt like the fire on the inside. Like it was just everything that I needed, I got when I was there. And so I changed churches to this church. And I think a lot of people are scared to do that. I think people think that it's wrong to find what feeds your soul, find what grows you, what challenges your faith, what grows you spiritually. I think a lot of people think that because they grew here, they have to stay here.
Facts. It's tradition. It's settling.
Hmm.
You were born here. You were raised to be at this church, and now all you know is this place. And the moment you try somewhere else, oh, don't go over to that young church because
Hmm.
they all they do over there is this. Don't go over there because all they do is this. And now
Hmm.
and what y'all niggas do? Because I've been to a church that did that to all nations, and them niggas still drink beer and have fun at festivals and homecomings. So let's not do that. Let's
Yeah.
not go there.
Where's the
You know,
difference?
it's but people that are afraid to move to a new church, you will always be stuck in a place of regret um, and complacency. You can flourish where you are, but it won't be a full bloom.
Hmm.
And so that's why you have to move to where the ground is fertile. That doesn't mean church
Hmm.
hop. And it's okay. It's okay about dating churches. Figure out
Yeah.
if this is the place for you. But you got to realize that eventually you either become a potted plant or a planted tree.
Hmm.
You're either going to become either one of those. A potted plant only can grow but so far and is controlled. Eventually it dies, but a planted tree,
Yeah.
even when the leaves fall off, it's still there. So
So Kevin, I want to ask you a question. How do you how would you encourage someone to balance their faith and values with what's going on in the world? So, like examples for, I know in our faith we know certain things are taught. We're taught or showed that certain things are wrong, or that's not what the word says to do or whatever. Um, but in the world, how do you reach and still be a person that is teachable to the world, to people who you want to pull in as believers? How do you balance your faith and values with trying to reach the world but still sticking to what you know is right?
you got to be confident in self. And so that's the journey I'm on now, where quarantine did amazing things for me, and coronavirus did amazing things for me because I've figured out a lot of me and a lot of places where I need work. I figured out a lot of areas where I need work in, and
Hmm.
it has been a self thing. And so that's one of the things you got to deal with. People don't like to deal with self. A friend of mine earlier, they said, I remember I prayed a prayer and said, God, show me myself. Listen to me carefully. When you pray that prayer, be prepared
Be
for
careful.
whatever he gets ready to show you.
Be
Because when he
careful.
shows you yourself, it hurts. That's
Mm.
called growth, and it hurts. And growth hurts a lot. It's a wonderful
Yeah.
place, but it hurts. How to encourage people that are outside of my faith to come to my faith? I got to live a life not that's in white. I do not have to live a life that's in white. I do not have to live a life that has a doily on. I do not have to live a life that wears a long skirt. I do not have to live a life that wears a collar at the age of 13 but have nothing to oversee. I do not have to live a life like that.
I hate
What
it.
I have to do is
I
live
hate
a
it.
transparent and pure-hearted life.
Yes.
What is a pure heart? A pure heart is a heart that is trying. If you are at the least trying and you get 24 hours clean from that thing, guess what? You are 24 hours into deliverance. Okay. You have made it 24 hours. If you fall the next 24, that's all right. But you did
All
make it
right.
24, which lets you know that you can do it. And so how you compel them to come is you just be transparent with them. And you've got to use discernment, and you've got to use Holy Spirit to know what to say. Let him guide you on what to say. And we
Right.
spend too much time on the sin aspect and not the heart aspect. That you can tell somebody about their sin and get them out of their sin, but their heart still jacked up. And the majority of the sin is not
Yep.
sex and not drinking and not smoking. It is laziness. It is negative narrative. Anything that you say to yourself that is contrary to what the Lord has said about you is a sin.
Yeah.
That is false. That is against God. He did not say that concerning your life. Anything has nothing to do with this lifestyle because you got on a bra and you a dude. No, baby, let's talk about this rejection in your heart. That's what we got to deal with it, because when you start to deal with those things that pretty much attack your identity and you
Mhm.
start to really deal with them, you find yourself. And you're going to have a moment where you're like, hey, this ain't me. That's how I compel people to come that's not like me. I just live a life that's transparent and real. I talk about stuff that they would talk about. And people still see the light on me. People know I cuss, but people still see the light on me. People be like, yo, man, it's something different about you. I don't know. When I hear your voice, I don't, you know, boast in that. But I just be like, it's there. You don't have to do all this deep stuff to compel people to come. People think it's going out there and giving them a can of soup and praying over them. That's nice.
With the 3-piece.
That's nice. Here's my last thing. As I close, here's my last thing about this. That with compelling people to come, you gotta actually like people. Y'all niggas get on my nerves. You get on my nerves. Y'all get on my nerves talking about I am not a people person. That's the dumbest thing in the world I ever heard. When you work in a service industry, everything we do revolves around people. So for you to say I'm not a people person is completely insane. And we have taken introvert to the furthest level, to the 10th degree, because we think introvert means antisocial, and that's not true. Introvert just means I'd rather sit and be with myself, but I can't exist around other people. But I do have moments when I'm around other people and I just go off to myself. That don't mean that I don't like people. That just means that I'm more, internal, and I'm in tune here with what I need. I'm an introvert that has an extroverted heart. Mm-hmm. I'll be around you, and 2 seconds later, I'm in another world watching cartoons in my head. And I'm chilling, and I'm comfortable there in a room full of people. But when it comes time to be around those people, I know how to love on them. I know how to talk to them. I know how to accept them. I know how to, I treat homeless people better than I treat regular church humans. Because I realize the Bible says that could be an angel unaware, and even regular people that you might know, somebody that you just might meet that has a strong faith could very well be an angel. And by you displaying some type of disdain in that day because you in your feelings and you don't know how to control it, you could have pushed them away, and that could have been an angel taking attendance to make sure you on your job.
Preach, sir.
We literally miss our moment when we keep saying we're not a people person, man. And that's why my heart is, I'm finna cry, because my heart is so compelled to people, man, because people need us. They need us. And what are we doing? We're distancing ourselves from them because of a personal dislike, because we don't know how to exist around a certain group of people and then retreat when we get back home. We are literally called to people.
Yeah.
Ain't that the enemy's agenda? He's literally trying to get people off course to stop pursuing people. Because if I can get you to stop pursuing people, you'll start pursuing purpose, and you'll start doing stuff and becoming somebody that you are not, and you were not called to be.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important for me, for young people, and not just young people. There are older people who are just like young people. Man, it's so crazy. So if you want to compel people to come, start being a people person. Start learning how to love on people. Start seeing people for where they're going to be and not where they are. My godfather taught me that lesson, and that thing has stuck with me the same day he taught it to me. That you got to treat people for where they're going to be. You got to see them for where they're going, because the Lord did the same thing to us. Please don't think because you didn't sin the day that you got it together, because you can still go to the same hell that was promised to the next person that's probably doing the most sin in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Like, please don't do that. So if you want to compel people, be transparent, be open, learn how to love people, learn how to hug people with your words, learn how to know what to say. When I walk out of this house, I ask Holy Spirit, what should I be saying? Who am I supposed to minister to today?
Yeah, I've learned that. I've learned that because I've been like that. I have been the person who, why do they draw to me like that? Like, why do they want to be around? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? I have learned, and I was just talking about this week. It's been a rough week for me. Let's be transparent. And I have had to stand in a place in my own hurt about what's going on in my world, but still encourage everybody who's suffering from the same hurt as me and their own hurt. I've had to stand in a place and be one of the positive people that I know right now, just being honest, and encourage everybody that it's going to be okay.
Yeah,
We're
man.
gonna be all right. This is what God got this. And people, you're right, people need that. I tell people all the time, when you come to me, you're going to get love from me. You're going to experience me in love. I am going to love on you. You're going to get compassion from me. And that doesn't mean we the best of friends and I'm taking you all the way through life with me. But I am going to give you my compassion. I'm going to understand you. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to tear you down because of what you do or what you like to do or what you struggle with, because that's not my job. I'm
Absolutely.
going to love the person that I see and encourage you by the life that I live in front of you. Every day should be a daily challenge of fixing and correcting and just being able to say, yeah, this is me. This is what I do. But I'm still here. I'm still pushing. I'm still trying. And I'm still moving forward to another day. I think too many people get caught up in, oh, I make mistakes just like you. I can't help you. No, you can.
You can.
Learn from your mistakes. Learn from what went wrong and change it. It's okay to mess up, but what's not okay is to keep sitting in your dysfunction and
Yeah, man.
refusing to change, because
Yeah,
we
man.
all can change. We all can look at things about ourselves and see the problem and fix the issue. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but when you make the daily decision to go after what it is that you are called to do, who you are called to be, and the ways you are supposed to grow, that is what counts to me. In the book, that's what counts. He didn't put us here to be the same and to run shade away from people and be evil and malice to people. He put us here to love. It's about what's in your heart. And if
Facts.
what's in my heart bleeds out, and what's in my heart is what I possess and put out to the world, that is what's going to pull people in. That is what's going to make people say, I want to serve the God that he served, because the way he treats me is the way I want to treat people. And that's what we
Facts.
have to do. That's why the young people cannot leave the church, because not only do we need to be the church, we have to continue to pull people in.
Young people don't get how influential they are. We got all
Yes.
the access in the world to a lot of stuff. And we know how to influence people. We don't realize that
Yes.
the enemy is not after your stuff, he's after your influence. If he can get you to get somebody else to be a part of this function and stay where they are. Oh girl, me too. I don't like that. Yeah, my mama made me mad too when I was a kid, and I ain't never
Yep.
forgave her. Girl, you ain't got to forgive nobody. All you can forgive them, but you don't forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy because we want the same
Insane.
God to forgive us of our sins and throw them in the sea.
But we won't forgive people.
We forgive them. Here's the problem. We want the same God to throw our sins in the sea of forgetfulness. But we tell people, you can forgive them, but you don't forget. That's dumb. That's dumb. Because you want him to forgive you and forget. Lord, please don't charge me for this when I get the glory.
Strike that off the book. Strike that off the book, Lord.
You got to forgive and forget. You have to. It's just that. You said something earlier though that I really want to go, and I hope we're not running it long. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead. He's in the
But
room.
you
Go
said
ahead.
something so like that touched me, man. You said that pretty much that's not, that's not how we love on people and all that good stuff and all this good calling to live right and all that. And I think people get the misinterpretation of what living right is.
Yes.
They don't know what living right is. Living right is not all this extra stuff that people are doing. And being free from stuff is not all of that doggone extra thing. Y'all think it's shouting. No, shouting has nothing to do with none of that. If you really want to get delivered, it's internal. Sorry, am I here? Can y'all hear me?
We
Am
got
I
you. That
here?
was the devil, y'all. We're gonna let that one.
Okay.
We here.
So, like getting delivered from stuff, it's all internal. It's all internal.
Yeah.
It's an internal thing, and it's something that you got to do daily on the inside. When I started to work on me on the inside, I literally started to
Yeah.
appreciate God more for just who he was. Like, I literally just love the Lord if he don't do nothing.
Don't do nothing.
I used to say that to think that swooned him. And that made him feel good. If you never do anything else, you already done enough. A lie. I'm telling you this because I want you to do something else.
Yeah.
Now that internally he has worked on my person and shown me who he is to me, he ain't got to do nothing. Yeah. I already know what you can do, so you ain't got to do nothing. Like, for us to want God to do something, most times that's for him to prove our doubt. So if you want God to do something in order for you to say, oh, he's a good God,
yeah,
that's you. That means you got to deal with some doubt. Where do you doubt him at? You doubt him in your disappointment. I'm so glad my friend Sade Martin posted that earlier today, my sister. And now I'm going to say it. We doubt him, and our level of disappointment is the stuff we ask God for that he don't want us to have. But because he didn't do it, we think that he's not God. Well, he ain't going to answer that because you didn't need it. You didn't need it. Do you know what's attached to stuff? A kid wants to touch a hot stove. They don't know, hey, it's going to burn me. We got to teach them it's hot, but hey, it's going to burn me, and you could possibly get a scar on your hand or have to go to the hospital. They don't know that. They don't know all the deep details. All they know is, I want to touch it. My little sister, I use this example all the time. My little sister, she was getting, my god sister, she was getting ready to run into this lake. And I said, girl, no, you can't. But I want to jump in the water. Like, this is what she wanted to do. She wanted to jump in the water because she saw water. She didn't see the danger. She's 2. She didn't see the danger. She didn't see nothing in it. She just see water. She getting this when it's bath time. But because I know the dangers that come from it, you could drown. There could be something in there. You could get sick. You could hurt yourself. You could drown. So, like, I know the dangers of it. That's how I know how to keep her from it. Even though she wants it, I got to tell her no, because it could possibly kill her.
Yeah.
Or it could possibly harm her and alter her life in a way. We've got to appreciate God's no. That's where you address your disappointment. What did he say no to you that you did not need?
Ooh.
What did the Lord say? Because that's where most people are doubtful about God. They're disappointed because he didn't do something.
Mm-hmm.
Address God at the level of your disappointment so that he can deal with you as a person and you can trust him more. I learned how to trust him when I learned how to deal with my disappointments in him. God, I'm mad that you didn't heal me. God, I'm upset that you didn't heal them. I'm upset that you didn't make that work. I'm upset that you didn't let me have that. And I'm disappointed. And I don't know if I can pray to you no more because I don't know if you're listening because you won't do what I want you to do.
Come on, Kevin.
But here's the thing. It's not about me doing what I want you to do. No, I'm doing what you need. And right now, you don't need that. We've got to work on our internal. That's what deliverance is. It's internal. It becomes a demon when we start to live in it rebelliously.
Yeah.
This is why young people can't live church, because they don't know this. Or they can't lead church because they don't know this. They know a fragment of Jesus that somebody else heard from somebody else, that heard from somebody else, that heard from somebody else. When I let go of the BS that I learned from my grandma and I learned from my granddaddy, I learned that they knew church and they knew how to do it without God, or they knew how to do it with the form. A lot of people love to say, we got to love people because they don't look like you, but you're not trying to look. That's why the Bible says, man, look at the outward appearance. But God looks at the heart. This is why we think we got to love people that don't look like us when they walk in the building, because they don't look like us. They look like they in sin. They look like something wrong with them. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Get dressed up like a bum and go to a church just to see how they're going to treat me. Because they already assume that something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he on drugs. No, that could just be all that he got to wear, but his mind is together. But because they look like something, that's how we got to love them. Because of what they look like. Not who they are. All right, I'm through.
Woo! Okay. I'm come out of this while I can. Let's switch gears a little bit. I want to take you guys into a little live news story. So Kevin, hold tight. We're gonna come right back. All right, y'all. Producer, take me. Speaking of your goal, number 4, you need to set realistic goals. It would not be realistic of me and here goes my transparent moment. It would not be realistic of me to set a goal to lose 250 pounds by next month. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It's just not gonna happen, okay? That's just not going to happen. It don't work like that. Set realistic goals. So the goal I'm gonna set for myself on live. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this on live. So y'all got to hold me to it, okay? Lord Jesus, man. I'm gonna eat Panda Express tomorrow, but after that I'm gonna do right. All right. So I'm gonna set a realistic goal right here on Let's Talk Live. My realistic goal is I want to try to be down 10 pounds by the end of July. That's a realistic goal. Set those type of goals for yourself. Find your change. See yourself outside of yourself. Okay. Number 2, find the habits that have gotten you to the place of against where you want to be. All right, you guys. My live news story tonight is about me. It's my show. Why not? All right. So with all that we're talking about change and all that good stuff. A few weeks ago, we had a show about change, and that was my public change that I wanted to make to the world. Well, guess what? Ow! As of today, you guys, I have lost 13 pounds. Oh, ow! I'm doing amazing on my weight loss journey, and I will plug that a little bit at the end of the show. But I wanted to come back because I told y'all to hold me accountable, and I was gonna hold you accountable. So we holding each other accountable. I held up on my change. I want to see you guys' change. I want you to stick to your change. I want you to put it out there. I want you to remember was it 7? Remember, go back and watch the show. Watch the show. Okay. Remember how we were supposed to do that. Remember what we talked about when we talked about our change episodes. Attack your change at all costs. Because I'm going strong. Okay, producer, take me into live entertainment because I'm ready to laugh. Boom. All right, and now we got Kevin back. Hey, after y'all took me out. Hey. All right, so you guys know on this show, we ran a little over today, but we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. So, on this show, I like to show you guys my favorite funny video of the week. Well, this week, I have multiple videos for you. And, of course, you cannot have Kevin on the show and not plug his very own hilarious video. So, take me to the scene.
Time I didn't have a dime. Hey, baby. Hey. We ain't in no nightclub now. We ain't in no nightclub. We have in church. You cut out that nasty dancing.
So that was the funny video from over a week. What is wrong with you? Let me start there. I'm so glad that these are my videos because I get to ask the person, what goes on in those moments?
I don't know, man. When I'm talking like I have sense, it's Will. I keep telling people it's two different people in here. When I'm talking like I got sense, it's Will. When I'm acting stupid, it's Kevin. And so that part comes out more than anything. And so if you talk to me, here and there.
Yeah.
So I'm stupid. So
yeah,
you
it
can
comes out every real quick.
It's just my response, man, to most stuff that go on. I enjoy it. I have to laugh stuff out. I could be sitting in the funeral and I will find something funny in the funeral. Just because that's like I love when people scream out in the funeral. I love when people go, ah! No! Get him! I love all of that work. Oh, I love every bit of that work. Every bit of that work blesses me. So for real, to be honest, man, I cannot tell you. People ask me all the time, what is wrong with you? I don't know. I really can't tell you.
Okay, well, for this next video, because I got you again.
Oh, God.
my heart. On this
Y'all,
one,
I don't know what these videos are. He
he
told me
doesn't.
he had
It
videos
is
of
the
me, but I
surprise.
don't know what they are, so I'm scared.
On this next one, I didn't know if I wanted to laugh or I wanted to cry because the pain I feel about this video, I I I I, I, I resonate with you, but it's still hilariously funny. Let's cue the video.
I miss my church. Let me back in. Corona be gone out. I miss my church. How did we get here? The state is saying nobody's supposed to be here. Oh, I've tried online church for the last time. My heart says go, go. Rona, you gotta go tonight. Nobody's supposed to be here. Ooh, I just want to go back to church. Oh man. I think what was I doing? So I was that day
God.
I literally I was like, oh my God, I really
Whew.
miss my church, man. So I decided to ride by there. And the first song that came to my mind when I rode around was doggone Deborah Cox. And I said, it's too good for me not to do. So, yeah, man, that's where that came from.
I didn't know if I wanted to laugh or cry because I feel it. I really feel it.
It's real life, man. I do miss
Yeah,
that place.
I do too, but I don't even want to talk about it because it's okay. So Kevin, I know you used to be what's the term? Devil bring Kevin back. Oh, and I call that the spirit. So
Am I here?
it's okay. I brought you back. Yeah, I brought you back. I call that the spirit. I know you used to be a worship leader, correct?
Okay. Do
I
you have
want
a
to
video of
know.
that too? I'm gonna be scared.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I do have video that I want to see. Would you use this if you were still a worship leader? Cue the video.
You looking at me? If you got them, get on your feet and praise the Lord. Come on. I said, get on your feet and praise the Lord. I got you. If you're glad you got you, and you're not ashamed to say it.
Let me run it back one more time.
You looking at me? If you got them, get on your feet and praise the Lord. Come on. I said, get on your feet and praise the Lord. I got you. If you're glad you got you, and you're not ashamed to say it.
He
The
said get
thing,
on your feet and praise. I just want to know if that's some of is that how you get your crowd going? I've never been a worship leader, I don't know. So I was just trying to see you in your experience
we
of being
do
a worship leader.
we do so much.
Uh-huh.
We do so much. Jesus would be so confused if he came down here and saw what church was like. What is that? Is y'all do? Jesus would be so confused. I wouldn't use that.
You wouldn't?
I am
I
not
didn't think
like that in other ways. Oh my God. My sister says that I'm like that in other ways. I'm not like that in other ways.
I don't think the woman got no reason to lie. Oh, okay, Tamara. Yeah, that's how it felt. That's really how it felt. Yeah, it was a lie. It was a lie. Now,
Man,
and I want to go ahead and throw this one in here too, so we can just throw it all in the pot. Producer, and you don't have to take us off the screen. Can you put up the video of our old souls? This is another reason why young people can't leave the church, Kevin, because, well, I just showed you. I need the curbside woman.
The first time I saw that video, I was standing up. Whenever I woke up, I was on the floor. And I re-looked at the video and I laid back down again. I said, oh, y'all so wrong. Y'all ain't gonna help that baby.
Somebody could have said to her, "Bam, go! You gotta go inside, or you gotta do it from your phone." Why did they let her stand there?
They let that baby stand there.
This is another reason why the young people can't leave the church. Right here, Kevin. Because this is what we'll be left with. That's what we'll be left with. Poor baby was standing at the mobile order sign.
I mean, was touching it, and now you ain't feel that plastic. You ain't feel none of that.
What was it doing for you? She
This
thought
is
she was
in the middle of cancel culture.
I guess she thought. Maybe she thought it was gonna speak to her. Maybe she thought it was like a separate entity.
I think you're making it worse on her.
Okay. Those were my funny videos for you, Kevin. I had to know. I had to know what runs through you sometimes in these videos because they are hilarious.
Man, I sit there and I watch food videos and then I watch stupid stuff like that all the time. So when I tell you that, yeah, that's around my alley. Every one of them. But my favorite one has to be that doggone. So many times I didn't have to.
I watched that thing at least 25 times and hollered the same way every single time. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any more questions or any more comments, now is the time to drop them in the comment section because we are about to wrap this show up because we have ran over a little bit, but I am all right with that because it's my show. Come on, lights. All right. While we're waiting to see if we have any more questions or anything about the show tonight, Kevin, I thank you so much for being a guest on the show tonight. I appreciate you so much for coming in and hanging with me. You know, I'm not gonna kid around. I tell you that away from the show. I just leave it at that. All right, you guys. Well, I am going to let Kevin go. I'm
gonna say this though. Y'all, my birthday is next Friday. If you are on here, I am doing this. Now, I asked a couple preachers earlier. I'm gonna call them out because I'm gonna talk about them. I asked a couple preachers earlier that I knew to donate $100 to Kev Day. What Kev Day is that's literally my birthday. What we're gonna do is I want to for my birthday. One, I'm releasing a comedy special that will be on WillJohnsonTV.com. All right, that's my website, WillJohnsonTV.com. So I'm doing that, and also I want to raise money to pay somebody's rent. So if we can get 30,000, my original goal was 3,000, but if we can get 30,000 people to literally donate $20, even if we can get 3,000 people to donate $20 to Kev Day, y'all gonna help me in the effort because people give Cash App on birthday anyway, and I know they're gonna come, but I literally want to take that money and I want to utilize that to help pay somebody's rent. It's just on my heart. Kevy J90 at Kevy J90 KEVIEJAY90. And you can donate. You can send your $20 now. You can send more than $20, but it's just to go towards the effort of paying somebody's rent. I want to pay it forward. The Lord has been amazing to me, and He's still doing that. And so what I want to do is I want to give back to somebody. And if we go over, I want to give back to somebody's. And for people that's like, well, that's going to be such and such amount of money. The rest of that will be used towards going and reinvesting so that I can produce better quality product for my people. So you guys, do that. Follow me on Instagram at IamWill.Johnson. Thank you so much, Clint, for having me, man.
Thank you.
And hit me up. Praise God.
I will. All right, you guys. We posted that down here in the comment section. If you want to donate to Kev Day, please do so. We need all y'all just got all the unemployment and the stimulus money, so you might well
go on donate. I asked 20 preachers to donate $100. They didn't want to do it, so I'm going to ask the people, and we're going to show them that we can do it without them hoes. So
wait a minute. Out of the 20, not even one.
One of them donated $1. So, I told them when their affairs come around and they want people to donate money, we're not doing it. We're boycotting. So everybody, I'm gonna tag everybody and say put middle fingers in the comment section because we're not doing it. So yeah, man, we're gonna do that. Y'all, please donate to Kev Day. Help me make that a situation. If I get well over enough donations, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna just make my comedy special free.
Okay.
So, all right, man.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I will hit you up later.
All right, bro.
All right, you guys. So we are coming to the end of our show. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Before we leave, let me reiterate to my change that I have shown you guys. Tomorrow, I will be dropping week 3 of It's a Process Weight Loss Journey. So if you want to see how I am getting this weight off of me, because it is, with my camera, it is a process. It's a journey. It's not easy. So if you want to follow me along my journey, I am no expert. I am not a professional. I am by no means trying to tell you this is how you do it. But what I am saying to you is this is my experience. This is how I am struggling. This is how I'm winning. I want to encourage you with my journey as you are on your journey. So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, we will post the link on the Let's Talk Live Facebook page. If you search Keep Talk Alive, no spaces, no nothing, just run. Keep Talk Alive all together in your search bar on YouTube. My beautiful face will pop up somewhere on there, okay? Go find us, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get the weekly updates of my It's a Process Weight Loss Journey, and you can catch replays of the show as well on my YouTube channel. If you want to be on the show or you have a topic that you want to see discussed on the show, please send me an email at keeptalkalive@gmail.com, or you can message me on the Facebook page at Let's Talk Live. You see it right there in the comments right here where it says Let's Talk Live. That's exactly what my name is on Facebook, Let's Talk Live. Okay? So if you have a topic or you want to see a certain guest judge, or you feel like you want to be on the show yourself, hit me up, send me a message. We are open to seeing what we can make happen, okay? So I am going to give you guys a snippet before I go of what you can look forward to seeing on my YouTube channel for It's a Process Weight Loss Journey Week 3. Get ready because it's about to be a little bit of a laugh. It is another day on the journey. I hope you guys are doing well this morning. I hope that you feel good. I hope that you're excited like me. I have some amazing news to tell you guys because I did something monumental yesterday, and I got to talk about it. I got to tell you guys about it. Let me calm down because I'm getting too excited. Man, because this is history in the making right here. Y'all hear me? I did something monumental yesterday, and y'all, I kicked my leg up and put my sock on. Y'all look, I was standing there. I said, oh, I gotta put my socks on. I kicked my leg up, put my sock on. I said, oh. I said, did I just kick my leg up, put my sock? Can I do it with the other leg? I kicked the other leg up, put my sock on. I said, oh. The God I serve. That's monumental. It really is. Because I'm not one of those people. I have to sit down to put my socks on or lean over on something. And, you know, yeah, I ain't ashamed to tell y'all because I'm just going to tell you the truth. That's just was not my ministry. But yesterday, in the wee hours of the morning, I went to put my socks on and kicked my leg up. I mean, standing. Kick my leg over the other leg. Swoop that sock on. Kick that other leg over the other leg. And swoop that sock on. I said, oh my God. He's awesome. Yes, he is. So good. That's the start of our morning today, y'all. Get up, get you some water, get them vitamins in, and let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm on the way to boot camp. This is day 4 out of 5. Can y'all believe I did boot camp 4 days this week? This is day 4. I guess that's why I can kick my sock on. All right, y'all. So like I said, you guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can see much more of that on my YouTube page for It's a Process, my weight loss journey, which is going very well so far. Thank you. All right, you guys, I am going to wrap up this show. Oh, we had a giveaway. Ha-ha! So I did a quick last minute giveaway that was sponsored by a special lover of the show. Who requested they didn't want to be put out there, so I'll respect your wishes. But they wanted to do a giveaway for the person, for one of the people who shared the post for tonight's show, tag 3 people, and like the Let's Talk Live Facebook page. The winner who was drawn by the sponsor, let me go to the message where they sent me the name. They put all the names in a little app, shook it up, and this is the name that came out. Passion Catling. So, Passion, hit me up. I'm going to inbox you. You inbox me, one or the other. Hit me up so I can get you your $100 Visa gift card. So, guys, of course, we're probably going to have some more giveaways just like that. Y'all know where to find me. I'm here every Thursday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Like the Facebook page. Don't. I'll see you guys next week, okay? Let's Talk Live. Bye, you guys.